My name is Aaron Jewuze, and in this video, I'm going to show you how you can rank your new site or old site to Google's first page. In this video, I've covered everything you need to do for your site to rank on Google's first page, from keyword research, content optimization, backlinks, and technical SEO. I've covered everything you need to do or know for your site or page to get to Google's first page. So make sure you watch the video to the end. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel to get notification whenever I make new videos. Then after you've watched this video to the end, I assure you you'll be getting results like this and this. Now let's get started on how to rank your site to Google's first page. See you in the next section. Now before I go into details, I want to quickly show you how you can rank high and fast on search engine in just 48 hours of creating a new site. Now it is important to know that for you to rank high in just 48 hours of creating a new site, this is very possible on search engine like Bing. I have seen it work over and over and over again if you use the method I shall list in this video. For search engine like Google, it takes less than 5 months to rank on Google if you follow what I shall state in this video. But one thing you need to do to rank high and fast on any of these search engine is, one, you need to include keywords in your domain name. We have two types of keywords domain name, which is EMD and PMD. EMD is exact match domain, and PMD is partial match domain name. Now, for example, if you want to target your target keyword is dog food, then you should include dog food in your domain name. For example, dogfood.com is an example of exact match domain name. You can also have dogfood6.com is still an example of exact match domain name, because dog food, the target, your target keyword dog food is in the domain name. Then when we talk about partial match domain name, we have dog meal. Although meal and food can be is a synonym to dog food, I can still call this a exact match, and I can still call it a partial match domain. Then we have canine food, which is also a synonym to dog, so you can call this an exact match domain name. So a partial match domain name is when we have dog and let's say dog stuff. When we have dogstuff.com is an example of partial match domain name because it contains part of your target keyword in it. Or we have something like food. You have something like food and another word to it is an example of partial match domain name. Then for you to rank high on search engine like Bing in 48 hours, in less than 48 hours, your domain name should be exact match. And for search engine like Google, which takes about less than 5 months to rank on search engine like Google, depending on the competitiveness of the keyword. For example, if you check my channel, I made a video on how I rank a new site and drive in tons of traffic to it in less than 5 months, or in 5 months of creating it. You can check that video on my YouTube channel. This was not supposed to be part of this video, but as I was creating this video, I started a new site. And I saw, and in less than 1 week, I started this site. Look at the results. This is the first time I will start a new site, and in less than 1 week, I'll start seeing clicks, start getting clicks from Google. And if you scroll down, you can see the position, the average position, the position of each keyword. 3, 4.1, 3.0, 7.0. You can see most of the keywords that is ranking on Google is already on Google first page for a new site without backlinks. The only backlinks I've built to this site few days after creating this site is citation. Backlink. And you can see this is 1 out of 90 keywords. and you can see the average position is 12.2. Normally for a new site, the average position usually start from 50, 60, 70, depending on the competition of the keyword you're ranking. One of the reasons this site is doing well in few days or in just few days of creating is because the keyword is less competitive. So I'm right to say for you to rank a new site in less than 1 week and start getting clicks from Google, you need to use a less competitive keyword. Now, let's go back to the video. But the backside of it can be difficult for you to rank for other keywords. For example, if you want to rank for dog toy, it's possible for you to rank for anything related to dog toy, dog clothes, dog whatever. You can easily rank for it because you can also say that is a partial match domain name. Anything related to dog, you can rank for it. But anything that is not related to dog, you can also rank for cat food if this is your keyword. If this is your domain name, dogfood.com, food is in the domain name, so dog cat food. You can easily rank for cat food on dogfood.com because it contains the keyword food. But it will be very difficult for you to rank for cat toy on a domain. So that's the bad side of having your domain, your target keyword in your domain name. It will be difficult for you to rank for cat toy in a domain name like dogfood.com. Now, the second thing you need to do to rank high and fast on search engine is to include your target country, that is domain extension, that is the domain extension of your target country in your domain name. For example, if your target audience is in the US, you should have something like dog meal. If your target country is Canada, then you should have something like dogfood.ca. What this does is, what this domain extension does is, Google gives priority. Maybe someone in Canada is searching for dog food on Google. Google will give priority to site that has the domain extension. Domain extension one is the keyword is in the domain name, then added to the highly relevant to the keyword and highly relevant to the location of the person searching for it. So if you have this, the keyword in your domain name, and also include the domain extension of your target country. So the list goes on and on. If your target country is UK, then you should include uk.uk as your domain extension. So this goes on and on and on. So CCL TLD, simply country code top level domain name, which I've just explained, that they are known as country, that is the domain extension that's related to the country of your target audience. Now, just like including keyword in your domain name has a bad side, the same thing goes to including CCTLD extension in your domain name. And that is, if you want to target other countries, let's say for example, our target country is .us. If you want to target .uk, it will not be easy. Although there's a way to go about this. If you want to you want to target other countries, let's say UK or Australia or Canada, you cannot easily do that. Although there are ways you can easily do this, which I'll cover in my coming videos, but that is the bad side to it. But the good part of it is you can easily rank on Google. You can easily rank on Google. Now, the third thing you need to do to rank high and fast on search engine is number 3, backlinks. Backlinks, very, very important. Backlinks, especially very, very important for search engine like Google. Without backlinks, it will be very difficult for you to rank on Google. Now, the advantage of having these two, having this, your keyword and domain extension, especially your keyword in your domain name, in terms of backlinks, is you won't be spending much. You won't be spending much on building backlinks. In terms of when you have a generic or a brand domain name that is no keyword in your domain name, There's no keyword in your domain name. The backlinks you'll be building is different from when you have keyword in your domain name. That is, having keyword in your domain name helps you to save the cost of building backlinks. You only build few backlinks for you to rank high on Google because the relevance is already there. So building backlinks to this type of sites will help to speed up the ranking time of these types of the domain name. So you have to build backlinks. Very, very important. It's very, very important you build backlinks. Then the fourth one is hosting. This is not that very, very important, but the importance of having hosting, that is, the hosting should be in the country of in your target country. Let's say, for example, your target country is US, then your hosting IP should have the US IP. US IP is very US IP. What this does is whenever a user is opening your website, since the hosting has the IP address of the US, it helps this site to load faster. And when a site loads fast, it can reduce the rate of bounce rate. And when you have too much bounce rate on a website, this can affect your Google ranking. So having hosting that has the IP address of your target country is optional, but somehow important. The first three I mentioned are very, very important. Then number five is quality content. This is very, very important. Very, very important. For your site to rank high and fast on Google, you need to create quality content. That is, you have to make keyword research and write SEO optimized content and post on that site and post on your site. I'll be talking about more on this quality content, backlinks, keyword research in this video. So make sure you watch this video to the end. So this is the way you can easily rank fast and high on Google. If you follow what I've mentioned in this video, you will rank very, very fast and high on Google in less than 5 months, depending on the competitiveness of your keyword. Now let's go into the video. This is what we'll be covering in this video. How to rank on Google's first page. Number one, we'll talk about keyword research and how to do keyword research. Then we'll talk about content writing, how to write SEO optimized content that ranks high on Google. Then backlinks, which is very, very important for any site to rank on Google. Then we talk about technical SEO. Now let's go to the first one, which is keyword research. Keyword research is simply a way to discover or know what users are searching for on search engine like Google, Bing, and every other type of search engine. And the tool used for doing keyword research is known as keyword research tool. And there are two types of keyword research tool. We have the free one and the paid one. For this tutorial, I'll be using the free keyword research tool so that if you're on budget or if you're just starting out, you can easily do keyword research and get results. So number one way to do keyword research for free is using ChatGPT. Many people don't know you can use ChatGPT as a keyword research tool. I will show you how you can use it as a keyword research tool. Number two, we have Google search result. This is one of my favorite ways of doing keyword research. I love using Google search result pages. It's very, very effective in doing keyword research, especially for new keywords. There's some new keywords that will pop up that you may not even see on paid keyword research, but you will see it on Google. Then Google Trends. You have Google Trends. Google Trends is mostly used for knowing what keyword is trending on Google, that is currently trending. You can take advantage of it and use it on your blog. Then the fourth one is Google Keyword Planner. Google Keyword Planner is mostly used is a tool used is Keyword Planner is a tool used for those running Google ads. running Google Ads, but it can also be used to do keyword research. Then the fifth one, we have Google Search Console. Very, very important too. Not just for keyword research, but seeing what's going on your blog. This is important. This is very, very effective for old sites. When I mean old sites, I mean sites that have been submitted to Google Search Console at least for 2 months. That is why whenever you open a blog, the first thing you need to do is to submit it. Make sure you submit it to Google Search Console. This will be very, very effective to know what users are searching for, or how your site appeared on Google, through what keywords it appeared on Google. So it's very, very fit. I will show you how to use it too as a keyword research tool. Then we have the paid method. The paid method. This in this aspect, we're talking about third-party keyword research to like Ahrefs, Sofa, Chrome extension, Moz, SEMrush. There are tons of third-party keyword research tools you can use. And one thing you need to know about all this keyword research tool is they do not give exact data of the keyword. It only gives an estimate. So do not over rely on the data keyword research tool are showing. It's just a guide, it's just an estimate. So bear that in mind whenever you're using a keyword research tool. Now we have types of keyword, types of keyword. I can also refer this as types of search intent. Search intent is simply the reason why a user is searching on search engine or on Google. So the reason behind the search. Now we have four types of search intent. We have the informational. Informational is the user is not ready to buy, it's making research about the product or about a particular stuff on Google. For example, when you see something like, what type of dog food should I give my dog, you can say, how can I prepare a dog food? That's information, or why, when. So there are many words or phrases to see and know that this keyword is an informational keyword, is an informational keyword or informational search intent. Then we have the navigational. Navigational is simply when the user attach the name of a brand or a site to the keyword, to what they are searching for. They attach the name of a brand or a site to the keyword they are searching for, or to the product they are searching for, whatever they are searching for. For example, you have dog food Amazon. That means the user is particularly looking for dog food on Amazon site. Or we have dog food fresh pet. Fresh pet is a brand name. So when they use attach dog food fresh pet, that means specifically looking for a dog food that this brand produce. Then we have a transactional search intent. In this aspect, the user is ready to buy. The user is ready to buy. That means you see keywords like buy dog food. That means the user is ready to buy. You can see best dog food. This best dog food can be transactional, can be commercial. When you say best dog food, that means the user is ready to buy but is looking for the best one to buy for their dog. Then we have the commercial search intent. Commercial search intent. That means the user is also ready to buy, but they are making comparison. They want to compare to want to buy the best, like dog food Amazon versus dog food eBay. That is, they are looking to compare where to buy dog food. Is it Amazon or eBay? They are trying to know the difference, yeah, between them, to know where to buy. It can be difference in terms of price or in terms of quality and the rest. Now the question is, what type of keyword should you target for your site, whether new or old site? Well, to answer that question, it depends on what your site is all about. It depends on what your site is all about. For example, for an e-commerce site, I e-commerce site, the type of keywords that you can target for e-commerce, you can target all these keywords: informational, Navigational, transactional, commercial, you can target all of them. You can target all of them. But what I usually advise to do, since in a e-commerce site, the home page, the most of the pages on an e-commerce site are usually transactional, commercial, then sometimes can be navigational depending on what the e-commerce site is selling. I also advise to for them to target informational, that is in the blog section of the e-commerce site. Informational keywords should be targeted. Though informational keywords may not at the moment give them the exact or exact result they want, but targeting informational keyword can drive traffic to the e-commerce site. And when you drive traffic to the e-commerce site, yes, the user is not ready to buy, but whenever the user is ready to buy, they will remember that site they visited. So it's very important you also target informational keyword. And in informational keyword or content, some of the product can be linked in the information article, and it can help to drive sales or traffic to that particular page it is linked to. It may not be immediately, it may be later. So it depends on what your site is all about. For example, if your site is an affiliate site, then what you should target will be mostly informational, commercial, and transactional. But there need to be a balance between this commercial, transaction, and informational. And for sites that depend on Google Ads or any display ads, then that site should target majorly informational keywords. Informational keywords. It's important to know that informational keywords is what drive the most traffic to your site. So if your site is being monetized by display ads or Google ads, the informational keyword is very, very important to target. It gives the most, it has the most search volume. Most search volume. After you talk about navigational, sometimes navigational, then transactional and commercial most of the time usually have low search volume. Now, let me tell you how you can do keyword research. Keyword research for your new site or an old site. For this, we will be using dog food, dog meal. I'll be concentrating on informational keywords. Informational keywords. So I'm going to be looking for informational keywords to write and show you how to do keyword research and how to optimize it. So we're going to use dog food and dog meal. And note, these two keywords are related. Dog food and dog meal, and they can be interchanged. They are related. So what I'm going to do is I want to use one as my primary keyword and the second one as my secondary keyword. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these two keywords on Google search result. I want to know the one that is less competitive. The one that is less competitive is going to be used as my primary keyword, and the one that is competitive as my secondary keyword. Without putting this in Google search result, without putting this in Google, I already know that dog food is very, very competitive compared to dog meal. But let's see what Google says. So I've put it in Google. I put it in Google dog food. And you can see the search volume is 165,000 per month. It gets 155 searches per month. Now I want to know if it's competitive or not. Let's go to tools. You can see it has about 1 billion, over 1 billion results. That is over 1 billion sites or pages target this keyword. Although this is a seed keyword, so we have over 1 billion sites or pages target this keyword. So we're going to check for the one of dog meal. But before we go into that, if you scroll down and look at the pages ranking, all of them have dog food. Let's see, dry dog food. All the pages, dog food, dog food. Uh, all of it has dog food in the URL in the title, and definitely it's going to have it in the URL. So let's check for dog meal. Dog meal. Now for dog food, you can see the search volume per month is 1,000. This is very, very low compared to dog food, which has over or have 165,000 searches per month. Now let's see the number of results. 235 million results. This is less competitive than dog food that has over 1 billion results. So the site targeting this keyword dog food is just 235 million. So this is not competitive as dog food. The another way to check this or to know this, if you scroll down, let's see the site ranking. Do they have the target keyword on their URL or on their URL title? On their title, I can see dog food, pet food. Does anyone has meal there? Okay, this one has meal, fresh dog meals, food. Just only one of the pages has this dog meal. Let's scroll down. Dog food, dog food, dog food, dog food, dog food, dog food, dog food. I can see, let's just say 1 out of 10 of the pages ranking on Google first results as the keyword dog meal. So it's a sign that the keyword is truly less competitive. So the next thing I need to do is I can start looking for topics or keyword phrases I can start writing on this topic, dog meal. So this dog meal will become my primary keyword to target, while dog food will become the secondary keyword. Now I can decide to start looking for topics using this keyword research tool, keyword software, and go through this and look for informational keywords. But this will take me time. This will be time consuming. So to save time, I'll be using chat GPT. Remember, I'll be using any tool I'm going to be using here is going to be free tools. Going to be free tools. I'll be using chat GPT. So what I'm going to do is to go to chat GPT and ask it to give me 20 easy to rank informational keywords on dog meal. 20 informational. Remember, I said what I'm going to target is informational keywords. So that is what I'm going to target. I'm asking it to give me 20 easy to rank informational keywords on dog meal. Now you can see this is its best homemade dog meals for senior dogs, dog meal plans for weight loss. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through these 20 informational or easy to rank keywords. Easy to rank keywords and choose one. I will choose one, then we'll continue from there. So let me go through it and choose one topic to write on. So I've gone through it. All these topics listed by ChatGPT is very interesting topics or very good topics to target or to write for your site or blog. So out of these topics, I'm going to write on: is it safe to add eggs to dog meals? So I'm going to write on this, but before I do that, I want to make keyword research on it to discover other keywords related to this. Number 18. So let me search on Google. I'm going to be using Google for this. So you can see this is it. I can see the search volume is 0 according to software. So what I'm going to do is I will go through the scroll down and look at this. This is keyword software. You can download, you can go to your Chrome browser, type in keyword software extension, download it, and download it and install it on your Chrome for you to be seeing something like this. So this keyword surfer is a very important tool for me. It helps me in doing keyword research. What I'm going to do is to copy all these related keywords. I'm going to copy it or export it. I can export it. So I'm going to be exporting it to a particular page. I'm going to be collecting keywords related to this topic. Then after that, I can show you how you can separate them or how you can write or how you can include them in this topic. So I'm going to copy it. Now, as you can see, I've extracted the keywords. These keywords. I've extracted them and I've pasted them on my Google Doc. So pasting all the keywords here. Later, I can start using them to or include them in the article I shall write. But that's not all. We're still going to get more keywords to include in the article so that our article or the article can rank for different keywords. So another place on Google, apart from using keyword surfer, which is a very important tool, I think which is very important, you should download it and use it whenever you're doing keyword research to give you an insight of the topics or the keywords to target. So another place you can get keywords to include in your article is to click on this search box, click on it. You can see all these topics are also very important. Are also what you can target. How many eggs can a dog eat in a week? How many boiled eggs can a dog eat in a day? Can I feed my dog every day? Can I feed my dog eggs every day? Crack raw egg over dog food. Benefit of raw eggs for. You can see all these things are related. They are related. So what I'm going to do is to copy these keywords, here. I'm going to copy them. Although it's not an easy way, it's not easy to copy. There's no way you can easily copy it. All I have to do is to type it manually on where I'm going to use it or to my Google Doc. I'm going to do that. Then when you scroll down, you can also get more additional keywords. Yeah, people also ask. People also ask. You can use it as your FAQ or you can also include it as an heading in the article. Is it good to mix eggs with dog food? It's also related to topic. So I'm going to get keywords here. Keywords. You can, if you click on this, one of these, it will bring up more keywords. You can see, can I crack an eggs on my dog's food? You can see it's almost the same thing of what we saw here. Crack raw eggs, still the same topic. It's related to topic. So I'm going to get some of keywords right here. That's second place to get keywords. Then I'll scroll down again. Let me show another places I get good keywords to target for your blog or to use on your blog. You can also, people also ask. I think it's the same thing with this. Okay, it's still the same thing. People also ask. It's still the same thing. So I can ignore this. Or you can click on it and see other keywords. You can see raw eggs. Okay, for purpose. The same one we saw are this. When we click on this box, the same where is it? For puppies. Like, okay, at what age can puppies eat egg? Is related to this. So we're going to collect all these keywords, then we can decide whether to target it in the same article or to write it as a separate article. You can see we are also seeing lots and lots of keywords to target for the article. So now this is another place you can get more keywords. People also search for. Is this safe? How dog meals? At what age can You can see the topics we are seeing right here are almost the same thing, similar to the one we saw right here. We saw right here. Well, so what I'm going to do is, I think this is even easier to copy. I'm going to copy this. After copying this and paste, then the remaining ones that are not found here, I will copy it from this point. So let me copy it. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy the keywords here and the keywords here, then paste it on that on our Google Doc. Then we can continue from there. Alright, as you can see, we have collected the keywords and we have 19 keywords, but we are not yet done. We still need to collect more keywords. More keywords. So how can we collect more keywords or more keywords? We collected the keywords here, we also collected keywords found here, and also collected the keywords found on people also ask. Now we can get more keywords by opening each of these pages or each of these keywords in another page. We can open each of these. We'll see more keywords to target. So let me just open 4 of these. This is an example of how you need to do keyword research using Google alongside with keyword software. So let's go to the pages we've opened. We've opened about 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 pages. Let's see what is there. So let's see. How many eggs can a dog eat in a week? It has 1,900 searches per month. So we are looking for more keywords. More keywords. How many boiled eggs? Can I fit my eggs here? You see the same keyword we've seen before. Can dogs eat eggshells? You can see we are seeing more another keyword. Another keyword we didn't see in the previous search. So we're going to copy this. Can dogs eat raw eggs? Can dogs eat yolk raw egg yolk raw? Can dogs eat eggs? How many cooked eggs? So the only new keyword we discover right here is this eggshells. So let's go to keyword software. Can dogs eat egg? Is there anyone? Okay, wow, are egg good for dogs? This has 18,100 searches. Wow, wow, this is good. This is good. This is another keyword we didn't discover, we didn't see when we were in the previous searches, in the previous search. So what we're going to do is going to copy some of these keywords here that we are not found in the previous searches. We'll copy it and paste into our Google Doc. So we are gathering keywords, and also at this point, you see the same ones we have copied previously. So this is how you're going to do it. Let's go to the next page. You look for any keywords you have not copied before. For this, is there any one? Okay, there's none. I don't think there's any one here. There's any new. Okay, raw eggs for dogs itchy skin. This is a new keyword, but it is not related to the article we're writing. We are writing can dog eat raw egg or can dog eat egg. But this one is using raw egg for dogs itchy skin. Or dog itchy skin. This is a good topic to write about also, but we can only do that after we have written can dog eat raw egg or can dog eat egg, and we can write on this and interlink it to these topics about dog eating raw egg. You can see you've gotten new keyword idea. You can copy this and paste it on a different folder. Later, after writing on dog food, you can write on that. So you can see we are discovering new topics. It may not be is partially related to the topic we are going to write on, but we're going to write on. We're going to write it on a different article because it's not about dogs. It's not about dog eating egg or raw egg. So let's go to keyword software. Let's see what it got for us. Conduct each egg. Let's see, is any new keywords to target. How long does dog? Okay, this is not related. This is not related. This is related. I think eating raw eggs sometimes can cause this sickness. This is it. This is as a result of eating raw egg. So I think it's kind of related, but let me confirm. I think this can cause by dog eating raw egg, but let me confirm. Let's confirm this. I'm trying to confirm this. Let's see. Cause by egg. You can see it. This is another topic you can target. This is another topic which is caused by egg. It's caused by egg. So your dog can get this sickness or this disease by eating egg. So you can see we have discovered new topics. We've discovered new topics to target for your blog. You're getting more topics. So you can copy this also. This definitely is not going to be in the same article with can dogs eat raw egg. It can be on a separate article, on a separate, it's going to definitely going to be on a separate article. So we have gotten three topics to write on based on egg. Can dogs eat raw egg? The other one is can you use raw egg on itchy dog skin? And now we have this. These topics are related. You can write on these three topics and interlink on each other. This is very, very important. And you can see this is as about 6,600 searches per month. So it's a good topic to target. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to each of these pages I've opened and copy some of these keywords, and paste on my Google Doc. After that, then I can show you the next step to do or what to do to start writing the article. So let me do that and I'll see you in the next section. Now I'm done with gathering the keywords and I've gathered 29 keywords. 29 keywords. So what I'm going to do now is I can decide to include all these keywords in one article. Or I can separate these keywords and write it in different articles. Both writing it in one article and writing in different articles has the disadvantage and advantage. Now, to get this done easier and faster, or to know the one to decide or the one to go for, all I have to do is to copy this. I'm going to use ChatGPT. I'm going to use ChatGPT to separate these topics. You remember we started with, is it safe to add egg in dog meals? This is what resulted to all these keywords you can see. And the two main keywords here is dog and egg. Dog and eggs. So we're going to go to ChatGPT and we are going to put in this prompt. Remember, whenever you're using ChatGPT, you have to use ChatGPT or communicate with ChatGPT as if you're talking to your writer or to your worker. That is the best way to get the best result using ChatGPT. So I'm going to copy and paste all the keywords into this box. And this is what I said. I said, I want to write about can dog eat eggs? I found these keywords when doing keyword research. Then I added all the keywords. I gathered. Then under it, and I include how can I write on these keywords in one article or different articles. So I'm going to click on search. Then look at what it says. You can write an in-depth, comprehensive article covering these keywords in one piece or split them into multiple articles to focus on specific aspects. Here's how to approach each option. One comprehensive article. Everything you need to know. This is the title. Everything you need to know about feeding eggs to dogs. Then look at the suggested outlines based on this keyword I've gathered. And look at it. Are eggs safe for dogs? Types of eggs for dogs. You can see scrambled, hard boiled, crack raw egg. You can see it. You can see how creatively ChatGPT is including all the keywords that we've gathered. Then how to prepare eggs. You can see it. Feeding guidelines. How many eggs a dog can eat in a day, week. Can I add egg to my dog's food? Benefits, special considerations. Then we have conclusion. Then you consider as for one for if you are writing all if you want to include all the keywords in one article. Then if you scroll down, this is option multiple articles. You can see it divided into okay, it divided it out of the 29 keywords, it divided it into articles. 8 articles. So instead of writing one article, you can write 8 articles. Now it's giving us CEO tips to include. Include the keywords necessary within the content. Use subheadings that match the keywords. X. So it has given us tips. Now you may be confused of which one should I go for that is best for SEO. Is it option one or option two? In terms of SEO, option one is better. This option one, creating a one comprehensive article that includes all these topics is good for SEO. In fact, it is linkable. It is one of the best way to attract backlinks to your site. So the next section we're going to talk about now is I'm going to the next section, which is the content writing. Now in this session, I'm going to teach you how you can write SEO optimized content, the way you need to write your content after doing keyword research. Now there are 9 things you need to do or you need to know when writing your content or your content should look like. Number one, you must include the keyword, your target keyword in the title and meta title. The keyword, your target keyword must be on your title, both title and meta title. Then two, the keyword, target keyword must also be in the URL. This is very, very important. The title, meta title, and the URL. Then number three, use other related keywords or synonyms in the article. This is very, very important. You should use other keywords, other related keywords. The reason why you need to do this is so that you will not be doing keyword stuffing. This can reduce the chances of keyword stuffing. So it's very important to use other related keywords. For example, like women, instead of using women in your if you're writing about your target keyword, if you're writing about something about women, instead of using women, you can use ladies. You can use ladies. Ladies are related to women. And this will reduce and this in turn can also make you to rank for other related keywords. That's the other related keywords or synonyms. Number four, keyword phrases should be at least once. At least once. For example, we want to write, can dog eat eggs? At least, can dog eat eggs should appear at least in the exact words, at least once in the article. It should appear at least once. It's very important to be able to perform well on search engine. Keyword density should be 1 to 2%. However, in some cases, it can be above or below that depending on the keyword you are targeting and depending on what is already ranking on Google. If what is already ranking on Google top result, the keyword density is about 2.5 or 3.5, which in rare cases that's not usually the case. Is 2.5, 3.5, then your keyword density should be around that number. That is 2% or 1%, 2.5% of the total article. The number six, add videos, image, and optimize images. This is very important. The reason you add videos is to increase the dwell time yourself. That is, you need to reduce bounce rate. When you have videos on your site, this can increase the stay time of a user. In return, it sends signal to Google that the content you've written or the content the users visited is a right content, is a good content, and in turn this will make your site to rank higher on Google. The images too, the same thing with images. Images makes an article fun to read and also helps to increase the dwell time on a site. Then optimize images, make sure your images are optimized. Then seven, add external links. Adding external links to your site is very important to do well on search engine. This can give signal to Google that this particular article that has this external link is well researched. Then add internal link. Yeah, internal link is very important when you're writing article. One, internal link can help to resolve indexing issue. If a particular page or post is having indexing issue, when you interlink to that site, this can help to resolve it, and also it can help your site to rank well on Google. So you need to add internal link to your article. Then number nine, content should be of good length. When I mean good length is dependent on what is already ranking on Google. When you search for the target keywords you want to rank for on Google, you need to calculate the or average word count of each of those articles. You need to know the average word count. It can be 700, it can be 600, it can be 300. Is what is ranking on Google. That's what is going to be your content length. There's no specific number of words your content should be. So you need to take note of that. All these things I'm going to do in this video is going to be done manually for those on budget. However, there's a tool you can use to get it done. You can use to get it done. To just put in your target keyword. It's going to show you the number of external links to add, the number of internal links you should add, the content length, the keyword density, the words or the keyword phrases you need to include in your article. Even Rank Math does the same, does part of this. But I'm going to use everything I'm going to be using in this video is going to be free. Now let's start writing the article. We'll go back to ChatGPT and start. This is where we start. We stop at ChatGPT. Now I'm going to ask it to draft out the pillar article. I'm going to ask it to draft out the pillar article. Draft out the pillar article on can dog eat egg? Now ChatGPT has generated the article, has drafted out the article. And you can see what it did a very wonderful job. But there is something I needed to do before I draft out this article. So I'm going to get it done. If there is a need to change this article, the content on this article, or the word count on this article, I'm going to instruct ChatGPT to do that. So I'm going to making a research on Google on this topic, can dog eat eggs? So I want to see what is already ranking on Google. This should have been done before I start using ChatGPT to generate the article. Now we are going to scroll down. I'm going to be taking note of this. Just as I've said, this is in the URL, in the title. This is the mental title. Any title you see on Google or any search engine is a mental title. You can see the keyword is in the mental title. It is also in the URL. I can see it's also in the URL. Look at the first 10 results. This is Quora. First 10 results. You can see all the keywords. The keywords are in the title. So I'm going to open each of these pages ranking on Google to analyze the content, the number of external links in them, internal links, the word count, and the rest. Then I'll calculate the average, and that will be used in the article I'm already writing. So I'll open this in another tab. I'm going to also open this. Also going to open this. So I'm going to open all of these pages or all of these sites ranking on Google. I won't be opening this. This is a forum, so I won't be opening this. So I'm going to use two as an example to illustrate what I'm going to do in the background. So this is it. You can see, can dogs eat eggs? This is the title. So we're going to scroll down, scrolling down to look at what is in the article. This is internal linking. It's interlinking to already existing article. Very good. This is also internal linking. This is external linking. You can see it has external link on it. This is internal linking. Internal, external. This is external. This is internal, internal. So we've gotten about two external linking on this site, and you can see it has images. It has images. This is external. That's three external now. So this has given us a clue that our or the article I'm going to write is going to contain external links. I should link to other related sources. Now, I want to check the number of words. That's the word count. Let's see word count 763 and 763. Let's check the next website we open in the background. The same thing. Does it have external link, an internal link in them? This internal link, yeah, it has internal linking. Yeah, internal link. I've not seen external link. Internal link. Internal. This is internal too. An easy way to know if a site has internal or external link is to use most two. Initially, to know if a site has external links or not, you can use the free version, but now it has become premium. But you can do it manually. It's time consuming. That's the cost you have to pay for doing things manually or doing things or using free way to do things. So you can see this particular page does not have external links to it. So I'm going to consider other, I'm going to open other pages or sites that are ranking on Google search result for this keyword, can dog eat eggs? Analyze them and see the, okay, if you have not checked one thing, the content length. What's the content length? 951. So the other one was 753. This is 951. So I'm going to check, open other pages and check the number of links, external links, the word count, and we'll continue with the video. Now I've finished analyzing the pages, the sites ranking on Google top 10 results. And I discovered that most of it, none of the keywords or none of the article ranking on Google 10 results has up to 1,000 words. They are between the range of, there's some ones that have 300 words. So the range is from 300 to 951. So if you calculate the average of what is ranking, then the article or the word count should be 500, at least 500 words for it to perform well on Google. Then also, Some of it does not have external linking. Some of it has external linking. So we can decide to add external links, or we can leave external link on the article I shall write, but I'm going to include an external link in the article. And also, I discovered that the keyword density for the keywords is within 1.5 to 2.5. Some of the content ranking on Google has their keywords within that range. So to be on a safer side, I can have my keyword within 1.5 or 1 to 2.5% of the article. So let's go back to the article that GPT have generated and click on it. So I'm going to copy it. I'll copy it and start optimizing it. Remember, whenever you're using AI to generate content, don't just copy and paste. Remember to edit it and add other relevant things to make the article useful to the user. But for this article, I'm not going to be using this article. It's just for an example. So I'm not going to be doing much editing in it. I'm just going to optimize it for SEO. But if you are doing it to post on your site, make sure you properly edit it, change some things, add some things to it. So the content ChatGPT generated, we are not going to increase the length because it is within the range of word count we have calculated. So I'm going to paste it right here. Let's assume this is the blog I'm going to be publishing it. So I'll start the editing. So I'll paste it here. Paste this is the title. Let me save it. Let me save it as draft. I'm going to save it. Now I have saved it. Now let's start the first process. This is the title. Can dogs eat eggs? This is the title. Is it found? So it is found in the title of the article. Is it found in the title of the is it found in the URL of the article? Yes, it is, but this is long. So I'm going to delete every other thing and leave this. Can dogs eat eggs? And click OK. Then I can go to my normally if you're using WordPress and you're using any SEO plugin, for this I'm using Rank Math. If you're using any SEO plugin, the title of the blog post is automatically set as the title, as the meta title of the article. So this has automatically become or became the meta title of the article. So I'll scroll down to where my rank math is and start optimizing and start taking a look at what it's suggesting. So I'm going to add the keyword here. You're going to add your target keyword to see if it's fully optimized in the article. I copy it. Remember, I said the keyword phrase should appear at least once in the article. Let's see if it appeared at least once in the article. You can see you're using focus keyword in the SEO title. Good. Add focus keyword in your SEO meta description. I'll explain that later. Focus keyword used in the URL. Good. Focus keyword appears in 10% of the article. Good. Focus keyword found in the content. Good. Content is 716. Then let's click the additional. Focus keyword found in the subtitle. Subheadings. Add an image. We'll add an image later. Keyword density is 0.2. 0. Is not up to 1%. So you shouldn't get bothered about this. It appears only 3 times. This is perfect. This is perfect. It should appear at least once. So this is perfect. Then link to external sources. Add to follow, add internal link. All these ones are minor ones which you can easily get done. I'm going to go to this later. I'll go to this later. But for now, let's go back up and remove this keyword. If you are using the premium version of Rank Math, you don't need to remove any keyword for you to add another one to optimize. All you have to do, you can put up to 5 keywords here and optimize for each of those keywords individually. But if you're using a free version, you have to do it one after the other. So for the second keyword, I'll optimize for dog. Let me optimize for dog. Dog shouldn't be more than it shouldn't be more than 2.5% or 2%. So let's see. See the ones, so we're going to concentrate on the one that is showing red. SEO meta description. This is I'll explain that later. Then add image. Leave this. You can see this is keyword density is 5.8. That is, it appears 38 times in the article. This is too much. This is much. So what we're going to do is to reduce the number of times dog appears. Number of time the keyword dog appears in the article. So we want to reduce it to about, I think it is 5.38, which is 5%. So we're trying to reduce it to maybe 2 point or 2.5. 2.5. And if you calculate it, 2% of, if you want 2% of this total article, the total article is how many? 697. 697. That's 2% times 697 divided by 100. That's 13. That's 13. So we need to reduce this to 13. 13. It needs to be reduced to 13 or 15. So you can see we have a lot of editing to do here. So I'm going to reduce that. So let's check for the next one. I'm going to reduce this. Check the next one. The next one is X. This is also much too. So we're going to also reduce this too. So let's get that done. As you can see, everything is now showing green, 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 green. It's green everywhere except for this. Except for this. Now let's take a look at this. I don't usually optimize for this. Then you can see this, you're not using rich media like images and video, which I spoke about. Let me add image. Once I resolve this also is going to be resolved. So let me just resolve it. I'm going to be adding images. The reason why I'm doing this article this way is because I'm not going to publish it. If I were to publish it, at least I should add about 2 images in this article. 2 to 3 images in this article, and one video. So let me just add any image from my site. Let me just add one image from my site. Let me just say, remember when you're adding image, the image you add should be related. I should be adding image of dog, of puppies, but let me just add image. The reason why I'm using this is just for an example. When I click this, you can see the if you go scroll down, you will see that this has been resolved. You see, your content contains images or videos. So these have been resolved, but this has not resolved. We need to add alt text. Alt text. Alt text is very, very important for your site to also rank high on Google Images. On Google Images. So if I click this, when I click this, I click on edit. Then I can change this alt text. This is alternative text. If I had can dogs eat eggs, then click on update. If you scroll down, it will become green. You can see it as um, I'm looking for it. Okay, you can see it. It's now green. So that issue have been resolved. And mind you, just because your SEO plugin you are using shows green, 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 it doesn't. It's not a guarantee that your site is going to rank high on Google. It's never a guarantee. The SEO plugin is just a guide to SEO for you to be able to rank high on Google. And secondly, the way I was able to resolve the keyword stuffing of dogs in the article is just by using Grammarly or using Grammarly to get a synonyms of dogs. Let's click on dogs. Let me show you an example. I double click on it. You can see that's giving me synonyms of the puppies, kennels, pups. You can also use furry friend. So these are the synonyms. So you should install Grammarly to get the synonyms of whatever you want to replace. This can be easily done with Grammarly. Now you do the same thing for the eggs. We're going to do the same thing for the eggs, but this is just an example I've done for the eggs. Once you're done, you can also go to edit snippet. If you want your mental title, this is your mental title to be different from your main title. This is where you can get it done. Let me copy this. Maybe I want my mental title to have something like this. Then have something like raw versus cooked. Raw versus. If you want your mental title to look something, this is what users will see on Google before they click on it. You can optimize for this. You can make it, you optimize for it so that it will be clickable, so that whenever a user sees it, they can click on it. This can be different. You can see what the pages we opened did. The first page we opened, the title was just can dog eat eggs, but the mental title was different. The mental title was longer. So you can do the same thing for your article. Now, if you're looking for what to do or how to generate a catchy title for your mental description, you can use ChatGPT to get that done and add it. The same thing, you can do the same thing with your mental description. This is your mental description. Automatically, Rank Math does that for you. You use the first few words, that is the first 160 words or 160 characters as your mental description. If you don't want to get it, if you want to write it manually, you can click on this and do it manually. And that is how to optimize your content for SEO. And you can see, as I have said to you, look at what Rank Math is suggesting. If you're not using the premium version of Rank Math, you cannot get this. They're suggesting the words, the keywords you need to include. All these ones that are green are the ones that are already in the article, but this one that is red, it means it's not in the article. It's not in the article. Activate. So it's not in the article. So it gives you suggestion of what you should do. Now, in the next session, we'll be talking about backlinks. Backlinks. SEO has changed drastically, but that does not change the importance of backlinks in SEO. Backlinks are still very, very important in SEO. For a site to do well on search engine like Google, then building backlinks to your site is still very, very important. Now, these are the type of links you should build for your new site, both your new site and your old site. These links you are seeing right here are the links you should build for your old or new site, for your site to do well on Google. Then the number of links you should build for your site depends on the competition of your niche. The more competitive your niche is, the more links you should build. And the less competitive it is, the lesser link you're going to build for your site. Now, when you have a new site, the first type of links you build for a new site is creating social media profiles. Social media profile on the major social media accounts like Facebook, like Twitter, like LinkedIn, and the rest. Then after you've done that, you build citation. Citation includes your name, that is the name of your business, address, phone number, and a link to your website. However, if your business or your site does not have any physical location, then you can just include your target location your business or your site is targeting. For example, if your target location is US, then when building citations, in terms of address, you can just add United States as a country. Then after you build these two type of links, then you can proceed to building social bookmarking, image on image sites like on Flash, like Free Pick, and the rest. Then you build on video platforms like Vimeo, YouTube, and the rest. Then when it comes to audio type of backlinks, you build on platforms like SoundCloud is a type of you can upload audio file on SoundCloud and add the link to your site. This gets indexed. It gets indexed. Then comment. Comment can be relevant. Go to other sites that are relevant to yours. Comment on it. Comment backlinks are usually not follow, but it's still very important because it can drive traffic to your site. So comment on relevant sites related to yours. Then Web 2.0 includes on WordPress.com, includes LiveJournal. There are many Web 2.0 sites you can create an account on and publish some articles and add the link of your website. It helps to rank your site on Google. Then PR is press release. Press release. Although press release are mostly non-follow backlinks, but it still plays an important role in your link building campaign. Press release are very, very important because having your brand mentioned or the name of your website mentioned on top sites like Yahoo, Benziga, AP News, and the rest. It can also help to drive your brand visibility, authority, and credibility. Another important aspect of building PR, that is press release, is it helps to drive referral traffic to your site. And also it can help to improve your local SEO. So these are just few importance of press release. There are also other importance of building press release for your business or your website. Then after you've built all these type of links for your new site or your old site, then you can now proceed in building guest posts, link insertion, all these type of links, link insertion, PBN by using expired domain, link insertion on relevant pages. So all these type of links I usually do follow, and all these type of links I usually no follow. So this helps to balance your link building campaign when you start building relevant, highly relevant backlinks for your site. So these ones you're going to build here is going to be relevant. Once you are building here, they may not be relevant, but they are majorly built for power and authority, while the other type of links are majorly built for relevance. And if you need my services on link building, in any of these link building, citations, foundational backlinks, these are all foundational backlinks, then you have PR, you can contact me. This is my account on Fiverr. I offer all this type of link building service. This, and then this is citation, this is foundational links, this is for e-commerce product and collection pages. Then we have press release services. And in this session we'll talk about technical SEO. For your site to do very, very well or rank high on search engine like Google, then technical SEO is very, very important. So technical SEO makes it easy for search engine like Google to crawl, index, and rank your site. And not just that, it also deals with the user experience, the user experience on your site. And it deals with, there are many aspects of technical SEO, such as page speed, mobile friendliness, security, and others. But for this video, I'll be concentrating on this page speed. I'll be concentrating on the page speed or the web core vitals, because this is one of the things or one of the aspects people or users or website owners find it difficult to get it right. They find it difficult to get this right. Page speed slash web core vitals. If you're using WordPress, then to resolve this or to get this done is very, very easy. All you have to do is go to your WordPress site and install this plugin. Install this plugin, Light Speed Cache. Light Speed, install and activate it. With this plugin, just installing it and activating it will help to increase, to reduce your page load time and also fix web core vitals. When you install this plugin, you go to this place here where you see Light Speed Cache. You can click on preset. Preset. This is very, very easy to do. Go to preset. You can do it manually or you can do it automatically, which I'm about to show you. So when you go to preset, before you start making the changes, make sure you back up your site in case anything goes wrong. Make sure you back up your site, make a backup of your site in case anything goes wrong. So you start, look at the one they say recommended. You can start with this or you start with the recommended and click on apply. Once you click on apply, then you're going to use two tools. There are two tools you can use to see if this plugin is actually working. Now, this before you even start using this plugin, you need to access these two tools or these two websites to check your web core vitals and your page speed. Your page speed. And these two sites or these two tools are Google Page Speed Insight. Google Page Speed Insight. This is where you paste the URL of your website right here. You paste the URL of your website right here and click on analyze. So it's going to give you the analysis. And you can see from this website called Web Vitals for on mobile, it failed it. It failed it. Then for desktop, it passed it. So for mobile it failed, for desktop it passed it. So before I didn't pass web core vitals for this site. It's after I've used this, installed that plugin and activated it. That is when I passed web core vitals for this site. Now to check for the page speed, you have to use this site, GT Metrics. You can see it's the same site. It has the grade B, which is okay. It's not bad. Grade B is okay. Let's try something. Let's try something now. If you click on this, let's go for this one, aggressive. I'll click on apply. Then let's apply for this. Then we'll check the web core vitals or the page speed for the site. So we have applied this. So let's go back to Google Page Speed Insight and click on analyze. Let's see if this will solve the issue of core web vitals. It still don't solve the issue. Let's go back to it and apply extreme. So we've tried for extreme. Let's go and check. Click on analyze and let's see. It's still showing failed for core web vital. It's still showing failed. So we have done the best we can. For the PC or desktop, it passes. So you shouldn't go too hard on this. You shouldn't go too hard on this. This web core vital is just one out of the hundreds of Google ranking factors. So that is how you can solve web core vitals and reduce your page loading time or increase your site speed. So this is how you can solve it. So some of the sites I'm working on, one of the reasons they're doing well on Google, apart from backlinks, keyword research, and the rest, another thing that helps you to rank better on Google is the page speed, increasing the page speed or reducing the loading time of the site. Loading time of the site. So that is how you can reduce the loading time of your site or increase your site speed for your site for SEO. So that will be all for this video on how you can rank your site on Google's first page. If you have any question, make sure you leave in the comment below. And thanks for watching this video. I will see you in the next video.